And welcome back to GMC Fox Edition. With the warmer weather, you love to spend more time outside, right? Especially if you have a four-legged friend. But unfortunately, that can lead to bringing some unwanted pests into your home. So joining me live this morning is Matt Samarano from Arrow Exterminators. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing great, except for this huge tick right behind me.
Yep, that's right. It's all about ticks this year.
That's what I'm hearing. I hate ticks, Matt. So what can we do to try to prevent them from coming into our house?
Biggest thing that I like to look at is preventative medication for the pets themselves. Obviously, if you're a responsible dog or cat owner, you're going to have them on some sort of a veterinary recommended pill or drop or something like that. General practices, keeping an eye on them, making sure you're keeping the grass trimmed short. Preventing rodent harborage areas is a big thing most people don't think of when it comes to fleas and ticks. If you've got fleas in your house and you don't have pets, odds are you probably have a rodent infestation of some sort.
Oh gosh, this is crazy. All right, so where do the ticks like to hang out? You had mentioned the grass, but high weeds, near water?
It's going to be a lot of times in the taller grasses. Their goal is to cling on to us as we're walking through them. I'm a big hiker.
Yeah.
Picked up probably 6 or 7 of them a week out there in the woods going through, just walking around in the grass. We're seeing a lot of them in the yards as well, even short trimmed grass areas like that. So really just keeping things trimmed back, controlling the environment is really going to be the safest thing you can do. And then just being vigilant. You know, if you've got children, keep an eye on them when they come in at night. Just do a quick check for ticks.
Yeah,
Same thing with pets.
Found several on my kids over the years. It drives me crazy. It's on the scalp, it's behind the ears, it's behind the knee. So what's the best way to remove a tick, either from an animal or from your kiddo?
A lot of times we're lucky enough where we catch them before they've actually clung on and started to host off of us. In the event they have started to host, you've got to be very careful. The last thing you want to do is to remove it improperly. Head could get lodged under the skin. A set of tweezers, a YouTube video, just being really careful. A lot of times we like to ice them down before you go ahead and remove them, but just taking your time, being patient, and getting the entire tick out of there is really the ultimate goal.
Would you recommend then putting it inside a Ziplocked bag just in case, you know, Lyme disease were to pop up, that you could test the bug later on?
It's definitely not a bad idea. Obviously, everything's becoming more of a concern now with Lyme disease, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and things like that. I really like to not live my life in fear of these kind of things, but the reality is they are out there and they are moving into our area. So being vigilant, you know, just taking proper precautions and just being safe out there, but still, you know, getting out and enjoying and having a good time.
You know, speaking of not living in fear, you have a rodent in your pocket.
I do. This is my little rat here, you know, and he's my mascot. I spend a lot of time driving around going to customers' homes throughout the course of the day, and you know, he keeps us occupied, but he also reminds us that a lot of times when you're dealing with an issue like fleas or ticks, you've got to look at the root cause. If you simply have a flea issue and you go in and bomb your house and don't find where those fleas are coming from, they're going to continue to come back, and that's what Arrow Exterminators is all about. It's getting in there, finding the root cause of your solution, and our problem, and making sure it's taken care of.
Is this something that you would suggest doing before you even purchase a home, to bring in, you know, an expert to look for a rodent infestation?
That's a really good question. We do a lot of real estate inspections. That's primarily what I do. Of course, we're looking for termites, the wood-destroying insects. That's the big one. But if we notice a rodent issue in the home, if we're seeing signs of fleas, we're going to make recommendations on things that you should have addressed before you buy the house, because, you know, nothing will ruin a new home purchase worse than fleas and ticks in the kitchen.
Oh, you're right. So good. All right, so you work with bugs for a living.
That's what we
God
do.
Bless you. I don't know how. I don't think I can do it. Matt, thank you so much for joining us live this morning.
We appreciate having you guys. Have a safe week, and we'll see you out there.
All good advice there. Okay, Brian, it looks like we're going to be seeing some rain. Will this hopefully help then with the flea and tick infestations?
You know, you're going to have to ask the expert right there. And, of course, I would imagine it doesn't really help out with the mosquitoes that are out there, too. And I can't seem to stop itching either. Thanks a lot, Jessica. We appreciate